everyone, how are you doing? So this is Swati. I'm a senior counselor from I-20 Fever. So today we are having one of the university representative from University of North Texas. So let's go and talk to him. Hi Peter.
Hi Swati, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Very well.
So this is Peter. He is Senior Director from International Recruitment of University of North Texas. So today we are here to know and learn some good insights about the situations at the University of North Texas today.
That's wonderful. Thank you for having me. Love to talk to you about that.
So we have a couple of questions that we want to know the answers from you as you are an expert in the education industry. So the first question is, what are the top 3 factors that a student should consider before deciding to study first or a master's or bachelor's in US?
Great question, Swati. Thank you. So basically, first question is, of course, what are your hopes and dreams, right? What industry are you going to work? Because, that drives the second question, location, right? If you want to be in the stock market, of course you're going to go to New York. If you want to be in venture capital, of course you're going to go to California, right? If you want to be in high tech, if you want to be in space industry, those are all good reasons to come to Texas. So first of all, what is your career going to be? Second, location. And then third, you still need really good information from you guys about what programs are available that are going to prepare me for that industry in that location.
So here is the next question. How do you see AI impact digital in higher education?
Wow, great question. What's going on in any industries is we're dealing with massive big data sets, right? We are in a big data economy. And the way that we have to do our learning of the future is to be very good at making sense of these huge data sets. That's where AI comes in, right? AI allows us through machine learning to manage to bring knowledge from all of that data that is out there. So for any student who are starting out now, I advise you put a good amount of AI in your program so that you're ready for that big data economy. Absolutely.
Here comes the third question. Is it right time students to pursue their masters or graduation in the US? And what's your take on current environment for the international students?
Yes, so my goodness, lots of changes, right? And I understand students and parents who are halfway around the world see all the changes and have doubts. No problem. First of all, US universities like University of North Texas, we are still very, very welcoming to international students from all over the world. Regarding your question for timing, oh my goodness, right? So we are at a time when AI is breaking through. We've seen this in the last year where companies are really scrambling to get talent for that big data economy, right? And so to ride that wave, to be ready in a couple of years to join that new high data economy, this is the time to be studying, right? And so students for now should be a little less concerned about all the regulation changes regarding job market. Now is your time to study. Focus on those new areas of study like machine learning, artificial intelligence, so that you come out as one of the first generation of students who's able to help companies with these new problems. Start now.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. So guys, don't miss out. This is the right time to go and pursue your different current technologies.
Catch the waves, right?
biggest threats and opportunities for the students you see in US, right? The international students specifically.
Yeah, yeah. And this is really for students from all over the world, not just India. What we've seen in the past is that in all the wonderful choices you can make in terms of subjects to study in the US, we've seen a very large concentration on just computer science, right? And I'm a little bit concerned that the next concentration will be very much on AI, right?
Yeah.
And I would advise students, and here's really the opportunity, think of the other great lanes there are on the highway to industries of the future. Let me give you an example. I just read this week in Times of India, Eli Lilly, the big pharma company, is making a huge investment in workforce for the new industries of the future in healthcare and biotechnology. And so there's really great fields, semiconductors, robotics and automation, everything around mobility and logistics, so many great fields. So I advise students, don't lane change all into AI, right? Be able to distinguish yourself from that central lane and go to those real wonderful industries of the future where you can distinguish yourself. Make sense?
Because there are a lot of industries and they are coming up and there is a huge requirement.
Right.
So what advice you would like to give our students and parents and the feeling they have uncertain about the US education right now? What is your advice to them?
Yeah, I understand so much the question, Swati. At the moment, we're seeing, of course, very frequent new regulations come out. Some of the regulation is very complicated, right? So my advice to students, to parents, is not just rely on TV, right? Get the good information from, first of all, great advisors like I-20 Fever, and who work closely with the schools, because we will help you understand what exactly it meant with the new regulation. Let me give you an example. So for instance, at the moment there's lots of concerns, lots of doubts around what will happen with work visas, right? What in the US is called H-1B, right? As it turns out, for students who are in the US, there's actually really good news, because they will not be affected by this if they are in the US studying in our programs, right? But people who would petition to get a work visa from outside the US at the moment, they will be affected by this new regulation. And so the detail very much matters. And I advise students and parents, Swati, to go beyond just what the headline they see on TV, the news they see, and to really get themselves very well informed.
We hear a lot, but we need to dig, search for the information which is accurate and then decide what it is.
Yeah, and what you hear always applies in specific ways to specific students and families. And so allow us to advise you, allow us to give you the good information.
Absolutely right. Thank you so much, Peter, for sharing the all valuable insights. And this helps a lot to our students as well as parents understand the current situation and the value of the higher education at US.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Swati.